Hey, I'm Riyadh Khalaf and you're watching Leeds Student Television.
Hi, you're watching Leeds Student Television, and today I'm joined by broadcaster Riyadh, who is hosting Captain Sandy's tour. So, hi Riyadh, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Very good, thank you, very excitable. So obviously you're hosting the tour, you're looking forward to it?
Yeah, can't wait. I mean, we did it once before and that was just so fun and also kind of sad because at the end of it you're like, I just want to go again, I want to ride the roller coaster again. But this time we get to do it in various locations all across the country. I get to kind of add little cheeky fun bits in different parts of the country that, you know, Sandy might not be expecting. And yeah, we just sort of get to be roadies for a while.
So obviously as hosting it, do you get to produce much of the questions that are getting asked to Sandy? Do you have much of a say in that?
Yeah, it's basically all me.
All you?
Yeah. No, the guys from New Frame Productions, they're totally fine with me just sort of taking the lead on that. Of course, we discuss things, it's a group effort, but I think, you know, they know that I do a deep dive in everyone that I interview, and I always try to find the questions that maybe haven't been asked before, and things that will make the audience feel all sorts of emotions. So feel happy, sad, inspired, questioning life. No, I'm joking. Yeah, so that's actually one of my most favourite parts, just sort of locking myself away and being a bit of a hermit for a couple of weeks and just sort of creating the Bible of what I'm going to ask.
So it must be very exciting working with Captain Sandy. Are you a Below Deck Med fan?
Yeah, of course I am. I mean, I would be a really crap host if I wasn't a fan of the show and of her. It's just great. It's escapism. It's drama. You get to see the world. I instantly want to, you know, hop on a plane and fly to Greece or Malta or wherever when I watch an episode. So yeah, it's a great program.
So you're a big fan. Do you have any favourite moments or like bits that stick in your mind where you're like, whoa?
I think when Sandy had to have a very serious word with Hannah, and I think we all saw it coming. And what I love about Sandy as kind of a captain, a boss, is the way that she can communicate such disappointment with such a calm demeanour. It's just a look and you know, uh-oh, I effed it up here. And so, yeah, that's a great moment. Or just how she kind of welcomes these rich people onto a boat and they show such respect to her. Yeah, power woman, you know, out there on the waves doing her thing.
Definitely. I mean, from a personal, as a fan point of view, I think one of my favourites has to be Chef Mila. Do you remember her?
Oh.
That was
I feel angry. I feel like I need to start throwing hands or something. She was, do you know what? We don't need that negative energy. What I'll say is great television, and I wish her well, but not with Sandy.
Yeah.
I think Sandy is the top of the top in her game, and she deserves only the best in the kitch.
Definitely. Did Below Deck surprise you then? Obviously, as a fan of sort of travel, aviation, did it surprise you how the crew can sometimes act and how just yachting is in general?
No, it didn't surprise me. Because as humans, we naturally, I don't think, fare very well when we're crammed into a confined area, even if the confined area is a luxury super yacht. You know, it's lovely, but it isn't natural for long periods. So I think, from watching them before, you've got to be a very particular type of person to be able to thrive and survive and work in that type of world, which is why Sandy amazes me, that she is so stoic and together and a leader and fun in that kind of space. It's kind of like Big Brother on water, isn't it?
Yes, it's exactly that. Yeah. I like that.
And then add in some kind of like rich people, some sex, some bitching. Probably one of the best ideas for a program that someone came up with.
Yeah, and obviously hosting the event, you get to work very closely with Captain Sandy. Is the Sandy we see on screen the same Sandy we're going to see on tour and the same Sandy that you get to hang out around with? And
That's a good question. I think knowing her from telly and then knowing her in real life afterwards, there is a similarity. All of that kind of, you know, that lovely warm energy is there, but there's a kind of an openness and a vulnerability there where she is an open book. Like she doesn't shy away from any question. I said, do you want to see what I'm going to ask you? No, just go for it. And I'm like, really, like in front of 1,000 people? Yeah, whatever. So I think what you'll get from the live show is the stuff that doesn't make it on screen. Her backstory, her love for her partner Leah, who's going to be on stage singing too, and just watching them, I don't know, it just makes you want to fall in love.
Oh,
So there's just so many nice things that happen in this show. You know, you'll leave uplifted and wanting to go again. And every location will be slightly different as well. I'm going to make sure that it's not the same show. So hey, if you want to come to 6, you can.
You'll never see the same thing if you go to all 6.
There'll be a bit of overlap, of course, but yeah.
Yeah, I think you all need to go to all 6 is what I'm hearing from this.
Get your tickets.
Get your tickets. Going from one mode of transport, as we were saying, to another, you're into your aviation.
I think that's putting it lightly.
Lightly.
I'm a total av geek. I'm one of those weirdos who stands by the runway at Heathrow with binoculars. I love it.
That would be our cameraman, Alex, if you could.
I like Alex.
How did you get into aviation then?
I don't know. I think I used to ask my dad to take me to the airport as a child to go plane spotting on a Sunday. And that, I think, might have been the planting of the seed. And then as I got older, it germinated into a full-blown passion, obsession. And I wanted to become a pilot, but there was issues with getting a visa to train in America because I'm half Iraqi. And I just ended up in media. And that was a blessing in disguise, because now I get to mix my media work with my aviation passion, and I make documentaries and programs about the industry I love.
Wow. So also, just a final question for you. It's a bit of a deep one, but not too rough. So obviously Captain Sandy is a very iconic figure. She's an openly gay captain, which is incredibly strong.
Is she?
Surprise.
I'm out.
She's a figurehead in her industry.
Yeah.
But you are also an iconic LGBTQ+ figurehead. You've campaigned for equality, for marriage in Ireland. Would you have any tips, any advice that you could give to students and young adults that are maybe struggling or just trying to find their place in that community?
Wow, yeah. So I think the first and most important thing to do is to take your time and to discuss with yourself. Like, actually have discussions in your head about, what do I feel? Why do I think I'm feeling this way? And to not only come out to yourself, but then accept yourself fully. Then find that P word, pride, in that identity. Because for a long time, you'll probably feel a sense of disgust or confusion, which needs to go away, because who you fall in love with, or what you're attracted to, or what your gender identity is, doesn't really have a bearing on who you are as a person. And then find your community, whether that be in person, in social groups, or on the internet if you can't get to them physically, and you'll quickly find that you're part of a global family that is beautiful, supporting, fun, and open. And you'll go from feeling terrified of what you are to thinking, oh, thank God I am. Yeah.
That was truly beautiful. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us today,
You're
Riyadh.
welcome.
We're looking forward to the tour, looking forward to seeing you hosting it. So thank you so much. Have a lovely day.
Thank you.